less 24 hours ago, the club made a decision to sack Steve King, and we've got taking the team today Cliff Gordon, Ross Betteridge and Richard Pope. So a big decision the club made.
Yeah, it's a big decision for them, and I think looking in from the outside, you can see why. For me, being here 20 years, it breaks my heart to see the club where they are at the moment. But hopefully, it's a decision the club have made, and there's only one way up from here, and it is up because obviously a very difficult season, and they just need to win a game of football, and whoever can get that win for the club, hopefully it can come today.
Now, it's not often you lose 8 in a row, but you're odds-on favourites. That's because Dover are also, both teams, neither have won in the league since August, which is astonishing. So it's a huge opportunity for both teams to get a much-needed victory, which would be psychologically huge.
Massive, and Havant need to win sooner rather than later. With 3 home games coming up, it is a big opportunity starting today, but one at a time. I think Dover will be nervous. Dover will be maybe looking at it and saying, well, Havant haven't won, and Havant are looking at it and saying, well, Dover haven't won. So yeah, it's going to be a cagey game. Interesting how it pans out. I look at the Havant team. It's good to see Harry Jewett-White in the side. I had Harry at Gosport with me last year. He's a great lad. He's a good footballer. He's full of energy and running. And I was surprised he's not been in the team, if I'm honest, but it's good to see him. And as I say, hopefully, you look at the Havant squad, there's some good players there. They just need to gel together quickly and start winning some football matches. And again, it's good to see a good group of fans here today backing everyone.
So the teams: Ross Warner keeps goal for Havant and Waterlooville, Devante Stanley and Kai Innocent. Fullbacks with Joe McNerney and Ben Morgan. Also into the centre of defence. It'd be Ben Morgan's first home appearance since joining the club and playing last Saturday, missing the midweek game, but I'm told his car broke down on the way to the game. In the middle, Jake McCarthy, I assume he's in the middle. He was traditionally a midfielder. This season has been played in defence, so we'll wait to see where Jake McCarthy plays, but he's got the captain's armband back today. Kieran Phillips, Harry Jewett-White, Jack Jebb and Rory Deacon supporting the striker Ryan Seeger. The two teams coming out onto the pitch, Havant and Waterlooville, all in with the white, and Dover Athletic with dark blue shirts today, with white shirts, shorts and socks. Havant and Waterlooville with white and then blue shorts and socks. The Dover team is Billy Terrell in goal, who's on loan from Bournemouth. At the back, Roman Charles Cook, Charlie Naylor, Jacob Menser, who used to play at Weymouth, John Oyanuga, and also Bailey Akehurst, I think, will be back there today. Midfield, James Dunn, Josh Afinowosi, Henry Young, and up front, Dontai Stewart. And 9, Zidane Sutherland, their top goal scorers back in the team. Their subs are Peter Ogerman, Joel Powell, George Wilkinson, Nick Dembele, who I know Sean knows from Gosport Borough, and Luke Pearce, a striker on loan from Southampton. Yeah, I remember Nick Dembele was a couple of spells at Gosport.
Yeah, he did well over there a couple of times. He scored some important goals for us, Nick. He's trying his luck at the next level up, and wish him all the best, just not today.
Looking at the teams as well, so Mitch Brundle's changes. No, Iffy Allen is not in the squad today. Luke Pearce drops to the bench, so Zidane Sutherland comes up from the bench, and Roman Charles Cook back in the squad, straight into the defence. And for the Hawks, the new management team, there's no place in the squad for Jacob Barkley-Agipong. Johan Zuma drops to the bench, and James Roberts is suspended, so McNerney and Morgan come into the starting team from outside the squad, and Jewett-White steps up from the bench. And a lot of people will be pleased to see the youngster on loan from Pompey, who thought he hadn't been used enough lately, to be there. Just we went through the subs for the Hawks. Apologies: Mohamedou Fall, the top goal scorer; Billy Bulsari, the second top goal scorer; Joan Zuma, Billy Stedman and Leon Baker. First game in charge for the management team, which expect to be interim, of Cliff Gordon, Ross Betteridge and Richard Pope. Getting ready for the kick-off. What can we expect today? We've already said it might be nervy, Sean, but I guess the first goal is massive. The crowd as well, I think, have a huge part to play today.
Yeah, definitely. If they can get behind the lads, as I say, and I think you hit the nail on the head. The first goal was massive. It's really important that Havant come out the blocks and start well. As I say, it'll be an interesting game. Probably a bit cagey because both teams are obviously looking for the win. But hopefully it's Havant who can get that first goal.
We are underway with Ross Warner kicking it forward for the Hawks. The goalkeeper who was captain last time out, the armband this time is back with McCarthy, and McCarthy does seem to be in a midfield position, which is where he scored a lot of goals in his career but has been in defence lately. McNerney with the clearance, falls to Jev, and a free kick given to the Hawks. McCarthy wants to take it quickly, sun's in his eyes.
Yeah, Havant looking to get on the ball and get it moving quickly, which is good. I think Jake McCarthy, that's his position. He needs to play in that midfield role. He needs to make runs in the box, as you say, can score goals, and I think that's obviously something that's lacked. Joe McNerney being back from suspension today can play at the heart of the defence.
Huge game for Dover and the Hawks. Any Dover fans welcome, of course, but don't complain. We are partisan. This is a BBC Radio Solent production. I always like to say that because I look online afterwards and people complain we're biased, but there you are. BBC Radio Kent not here today, and we'll give a fair call-in of this game. Sean, you took temporary charge not too long ago before Steve King's sort of brief reign. I mean, for me, looking in, it seems odd that someone who had a good track record couldn't get a win in 12 league games. I mean, what do you think went wrong?
The game's changed massively, and if I'm honest, and when you come into a dressing room, there's probably lacking confidence, as Steve did. I was here for a week, so it's very difficult for me to really analyse it, but I do know a few of the boys, and they're good lads. But I think it was massively evident, and having watched Havant recently, that there's no shape to the side. I don't know whether they worked on it or they didn't, but you've got to work really hard. When you're conceding as many goals as they had done, you need to work on it, and hopefully, as I say, I'm sure the new management team would have had no time to work on anything. So it's really put a team out there, and hopefully, and I don't know, as I say, I wasn't in the dressing room with Steve, but hopefully they can play with a bit more freedom, and have had a bit more information, and the shape looks good at the moment. We only just kicked off, but the shape looks good, and let's hope we can make that first win that they desperately need, and a confidence boost for everyone.
Hawks go long, but Seeger's offside.
Yeah, they've looked to start and get on the front foot early doors, so which is nice. It's refreshing. They're looking to play quickly and trying to catch Dover out.
Long hopeful ball forward towards Stewart. The flag goes up. I think it was always going to go up, and he does manage to get the ball over Warner, but not anywhere near the goal. Offside flag, and the whistle had gone. While we were talking just now, there had been a good attack down the right-hand side involving Roman Charles Cook, who's recalled today for Dover, but it's Hawks on the ball now.
It looks very much that the Dover will sit in to start with, I think, and maybe try and hit Havant on the attack, on the break. Sorry, Havant in the ascendancy, and Dover one up front, packing midfield and looking to be solid and hard to beat.
Yeah, you would imagine confidence very low in both dressing rooms, but sometimes a change of manager can, if they weren't enjoying the last few months, maybe Hawks will have a bit more of a spring in their step. I know that the manager went on the record to say that he had to let players go to be able to sign somebody, and wasn't. Maybe that leads to a difficult dressing room when you're wanting players to go and maybe they don't want to, and that can, I imagine, exacerbate all the problems. Havant going forward on the edge of the area, flicked into the box, chance, and the opening goal from Seeger for Havant and Waterlooville. Excellent skills from Dewitt White to play him in. He turned and he found the bottom right hand corner. What a start. 4th minute, Havant and Waterlooville 1, Dover Athletic 0.
Yeah, we said they looked to start and play quickly, and from the free kick over the far side they played quickly, and is into Harry Dewitt White, who plays a great ball. He has got good passing range on him, Harry, and he puts Ryan Sager in, and he does what he does, Ryan. He finishes, and it's 1-0.
Yes, that's goal number 3 since he's joined the club.
There looks to be a spring in the step of the Havant players. They look like they wanted to go out there and do well today. As I said, they've started on the front foot. and it's a great start. Couldn't wish for a better start. 1-0 up.
It is indeed a good start, and he's impressed me, Seeger, since he's come in. Saw him score recently at Totton, and I know he'd got a league goal as well to his name, so that's 3, I think, from 5 games for the Hawks, and signed from Dorking after Keeley had left the club, and they didn't sort of have a centre forward for a little while.
Yeah, no, he's a good signing. He's a very good signing, and if you give him the opportunities, he will score.
Dover went on an attack immediately, but the ball's out of play for a Hawks throw, which Stanley is not in a rush to take. And Jewett White takes the ball off of him, plays it back. Jewett White's header forward, headed back into the danger area by James Dunn, experienced player, once at Portsmouth FC. Zidane hits it into the ground. That is Zidane Sutherland, but he's got the name Zidane on his shirt.
You'd want the name Zidane on your shirt, Cliff, if that was in your name.
Yeah, I think so. He's their top goal scorer this season. He's playing out on the left wing at the moment, and now he might get a chance to get the ball, because Dunn's played a long ball over, and McNerney there. It looks like he's hurt himself as he's cleared the ball.
Yeah, I think he's pulled up, Joe. I'm not sure. He's done a calf there. He's put his hand up. I don't know whether there's any movement on the bench, or I haven't noticed yet. But he did put his hand up, but he's carrying on. So
yeah,
that would be a massive blow. I wouldn't want that, because I don't know. Looking at the bench, there's not a centre half on the bench. It would probably mean Jake McCarthy dropping back into there, which obviously is not ideal.
Dover going forward, but Stanley read the ball better than Zidane, and they let it go out of play for a goal kick. Ross Warner keeping goal.
Yeah, he seems bright, Joe, so maybe he just thought as he went back he might have rolled his ankle, but he's on the ball now, clearing long. Takes
a bounce in front of the home subs bench, and Dover get a good long throw forward. But a push from Dover Athletic as the ball goes long. Hawks have got a free kick in their own half on the right hand side.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bitty start from Dover, and no real, just sat in and just trying to get in behind Havant. But to be fair to them, they haven't allowed them to. And I say, it's Havant controlling it really.
Perfect start. But I'm not going to get too carried away. They've had a few leads lately and haven't always managed to hold on to them. Long ball up forward, looking for a second goal. Bounces on the edge of the area. And then, not a very good pass from Jeb after Phillips knocked it out to him on the right wing. And Terrell launches an almighty kick forward, and that's just too long, really.
Yeah, they've looked to do that a few times. I say they're trying to get Havant on the counter, and the keeper kicks the ball well, but that was, as I say, way too long.
Out to the left-hand side come the Hawks. Phillips puts a bit of pressure on, but Oyanuga gets it back to his keeper. Terrell on loan from Bournemouth, all in pink today. Gets a good clearance up to halfway, where it's flicked onto the right wing. This is Charles Cook. He's got a chance to cross it. He's overhit the cross. Zidane in the centre will not be happy with the quality of the ball.
No, that's a danger. As I said, they've looked to do it a few times, and the lad got away that time down the right hand side. Fortunately, his cross was poor. He could have got Zidane in the middle. He was on his own for a tap-in.
Hawks a goal to the good. Picked up by Dover here on the near touchline as we look at it at the back of the grandstand. Jeb gets the ball for Zidane. They give it straight back to Akehurst. Akehurst touches it out to Dunn. Finds some space out at the right back position where Oyanuga gets it for Charles Cook, who's playing wide on the right wing this afternoon, and has looked pretty industrious, but there he's given away a free kick.
You just see Havant a little bit nervous there, and he just needs someone, Jack McCarthy, to get his foot on the ball, and Harry Jewett White in the middle of the park, and a little bit scrappy. They've gone 1-0 up, and it's as if they're a little bit scared of losing that lead. They just need to pass it and keep the ball as they have done in the first 10 minutes or so.
Warner to take the free kick, plays it up down the left wing. McCarthy rises, but it's Dover get their head on the ball first, and then Rory Deacon gets it forward. McCarthy chests the ball down chases the ball down. He's into the penalty area but can't get past the right back. It's gone out for a goal kick and a good bit of defending from Oyenuga.
Yeah, look dangerous, Havant. A couple of opportunities. Jack McCarthy nearly getting in there.
No James Roberts today. He's suspended after last Saturday up at Tunbridge Angels getting sent off. He did play in midweek where they went to Maidstone United and lost that fixture 3-1. Deacons on the ball for Havant and Waterloo from the left wing. That's a terrific ball, switching it to the right wing to Devante Stanley. Got players in the area if he can get a cross in. Takes a good
corner,
deflection off Bailey Akehurst. It's behind for a corner.
Very good opportunities for Havant if they can do that and make passes and make 2 or 3 passes and they can get the ball out wide and the 2 fullbacks overlapping. The wide men for Dover don't track them, so an opportunity there and another opportunity from the corner.
Jack Jebb to take this set piece from the right hand side, floats it to the back post. It's Dover who win the header, and then Sutherland clears the ball further away from danger. Hawks get it back though to Jebb out on the right hand side. What can he do? He's got support from Dewitt White if he wants to find him. The ball does get back to Dewitt White, but Jebb fouls Sutherland. It's a free kick.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed they haven't. Jack should have just stuck that back in the box. He had the opportunity and then tried to be clever and end up giving away a foul and then lets Dover off a little bit. But it's all right for a moment. Havant needs, as I say, just could do with controlling it a little bit more and being a bit better with the ball. That's a naughty one. I'm not sure what the referee will do about that, but that looked very much like an elbow to me.
Well, that's what McNerney's saying to the referee. Ben Morgan is down holding his head. Morgan Conn is our referee today. I'm not too sure if he or his assistants have seen what happened there, but he's down and he was holding his head. I don't know if he's holding his shoulder now, but it's yet to
he
get
clearly
back
wins
up.
The header and the lad comes across him, deliberate or not, he's caught him with a flayed-in arm. The referee obviously sees it different because he's just had the free kick in the game to go on.
I'm not sure whether that was a case of not seeing it or seeing it and thinking it wasn't anything serious.
Possibly. I'm not saying the lad did it deliberately. He's challenging for the ball. He was just late.
Hawks 1 up here against the Whites early doors. Warner playing the ball down the right hand side for McCarthy. Heads it towards the edge of the penalty area. Taking control. McCarthy weaving into the area. Will get a shooting chance. And he scores a goal. It's 2-0. The interim manager, Clifton Gordon's having a dance along the touchline. What a start to management. Havant and Waterlooville 2, Dover Athletic 0.
Great. They've actually worked a free kick there. Jake McCarthy pulls off on the right hand side. He wins the header into Ryan Sager and then follows his run into the box, dances past 2 people and beats the keeper at the near post. He'll be pleased with that. He hits it with power, he hits the target, and it's 2-0 Havant.
Wow, what a start. I'm not too sure if Hawks have been 2-0 up this season.
I don't think they have, Cliff, but I'm pleased for everyone here, especially the chairman at the football club who's been here years and years and ploughed in a lot of hard work, effort, as well as the money that goes with it, and and it's been a difficult season for them. So to make a change and then to go 2-0 up at home, and now it's important that they just capitalise on it. If they keep doing what they're doing, they look solid enough at the back. They'll go on and win this game comfortably. But it's that old 2-0 scoreline. I hope that they can get another one quickly.
But it's been a dream start here. Less than quarter of an hour in. Havant and Waterlooville 2 up here, and we've got a bit of defending to do now. But Dewitt White, he cleared it, but didn't really look where he was putting it. Oyenuga gets the ball down the right hand side, and Deacon blocks the cross, and it's loose in the middle. Well done to bring that down, finding Afinawosi out to the right hand side for Oyenuga. Good cross to the back post. Sutherland tries to head it and can't. Picked up by Josh Afinawosi. Sutherland, this is a shooting chance maybe in the box. He's mishit it. The keeper slipped as well.
He mishit it and Ross nearly, as he slipped Ross, he nearly went past him, but just a little scare there. They're getting out. Rory Deacon's playing very narrow, possibly in a 10 role at times when he picks the ball up. A bit lopsided on this right hand side, and they're getting out and getting it to the left back quite a lot. So I think they need to just settle it down and get back control of the game again.
Yes, Sutherland, that was a good chance. He mishit it and nearly scored with the mishit because Warner in goal slipped, but managed to stick out his glove and
just managed to fall on it. That's a little bit of luck you need, and you want that. On another day it could have gone 2-1 and then it's game on again. But yeah, I'm pleased. As I say, it's good. They need to. It'd be great if they could get a clean sheet today. Haven't.
Yeah, no clean sheet. Since a trip to Taunton in the first game that Steve King took as manager. No clean sheet since that goalless draw.
Yeah, no, it's massive. Ross Warner's a great lad. He's a great goalkeeper and he's a real great lad. And it'd be nice for him. It's been difficult for him this season.
Yeah, he did get dropped.
He got left out the team and
brought back.
And brought back in. That's what Harry Jewett-White can get. He goes and gets the ball in the right back area and drives across and opens the play up. And he's getting on the ball and he's influential. He's a good footballer. He's got good energy. And the same with Rory Deacon. He's a good footballer. And,
Deacon, nice
we're
pass.
opening him up very easy.
Finds Seeger. He's quite way away from goal, but finds McCarthy edge of the box. Ball into the area towards Phillips, but good defending from Mensah. Read the ball, plays it out of defence, and they win a throw to Dover. Charles Cook playing it off of Innocent. Number 3 playing the ball off the other one.
It's nice to see Havant engaging them high up the pitch and trying to stop them playing as well, which is, I think at times they've let teams off the hook a little bit, and they've come to Wesley Park and they've dictated the play, whereas today Havant are dictating the play from starts, and hopefully to the finish.
Dover player down on the far touch line, so we're going to have I assume a break in play till we wait for that one. Steve King was very honest with me and said that he could, on and off the record, in our interviews, that he couldn't bring players in until players had gone. So that he found a bit frustrating. But I guess that would be the same for whoever the new manager is. This sort of maybe the reality here at Wesley Park at the moment.
Possibly, but I know that he brought a player in last week and didn't even tell the chairman, so probably not a good idea. When things ain't going well, you probably don't need to do things like that. But a squad was put together. It's very difficult when you do that. You come in as a manager, you either work with that squad, or you try to get people in and out. But he brought a few players in. Obviously, a few of them have departed again since. I think maybe it was a rushed decision from Jamie. I felt for Jamie. As I said, I came in, I was here for a week, but I did feel for Jamie because I think long-term Jamie might have been the answer. He needed someone alongside him with experience. It's a tough level, and they'd had a difficult start. So, they've had a few injuries as well.
Hawks have got the ball out on the left-hand side. Jewett-White now moving it into the centre. Rory Deacon's in the centre circle. Plays a nice ball down the right wing to Stanley. Good, excellent delivery across the air. McCarthy misheaded it. Still almost went in. Was cleared off the line. It's still 2-0 to Havant, who are still on the ball. Jewett-White, nice ball again. He's gone down the right-hand side for Stanley. Crosses it in again. Still can't find a white shirt here. But
opportunity for Havant again. I mean, we said this. Changing the play is massive. You got a footballer in there in Harry Jewett-White, and he's got Devante Stanley on the ball there, who's delivered a great ball in. It's unfortunate not to be 3-0 up.
But when you sort of know the board here, that I know you do, and I have down the years, you kind of know. When did they make a decision with Collins? When did they make a decision with King? The supporters are hoping, putting pressure on them as well. Can't be easy. Ball comes into the area for Havant and Waterlooville. McCarthy brings it down, takes a shot over the top. Goal kick to Dover, still 2-0 Havant.
It's never easy. I think for the chairman and the board of directors, never going to be easy. And obviously fans are fans, and they're entitled to their opinions. I think sometimes it becomes a little bit personal, and it shouldn't, because it's a game of football. But there's a lot at stake. I get that, but it shouldn't ever be personal with managers, whoever. I've been in the same position, and people do get personal with you, which is unacceptable really, because you walked into their place of work and got personal with them, they wouldn't like it. And but you're able to vent your opinion. Social media has obviously made and highlighted that a lot more in the last few years, and everyone has an opinion.
Sutherland forward for Dover, takes a shot, saved by Warner. The ball's loose. McNerney clears it. They were hoping for an offside flag that never came. A shooting chance for Dover, but the keeper saved.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a wake-up call there, because they Dover do look dangerous at times, and they've got in a couple of times, and that time he pulled a decent shot out, and there's a very good save from Ross Warner.
Akehurst, ball on the left wing for Dover. Havant have got lots of defenders around them. Jewett-White blocked it, and Stanley clears it. Mensah wins the header. Deacon back for Havant. That's a clever ball down the right wing, but it's just a bit too long for Jeb, who didn't quite get on the end of it, but it got a bit of applause from McCarthy in the middle.
The balance of the team looks better today when I've seen Havant in recent weeks. So the balance does look much better. I still don't understand why Harry Jewett-White never got an opportunity in a team that wasn't winning. And you know, you're looking to make changes. Surely the kid should have had a chance. You know, he's a League One player with Portsmouth. As I said, I know him because I had him. But you know, that's got to be a big disappointment. He's a great kid, as I said, and I'm pleased he's started the game very, very well and shown what a good acquisition going forward he can be for Havant.
2-0 up. Whirlwind start for them, deservedly so. Dover have had a couple of shooting opportunities, both fall into Sutherland. One he missed hit, but almost went in. One, both go down as Ross Warner saves, I suppose, at the end of the day. But nothing seriously troubling him at the moment.
No, as I said, it's just a little bit dangerous down the right-hand side because Havant are playing a little bit narrow at times. They're leaving the left-back isolated. But on the turnover play, it's a great ball again from Harry Jewett-White. They are, breaking down this right-hand side with ease and getting in and getting some really good opportunities.
You're surprised how Mo File and to a lesser extent James Roberts haven't been getting the goals that they had done in the previous years here. They
it's like everything. As I say, I can't speak what they do in training, whatever, but there's a definite lack of confidence, and confidence is massive in players, and some players can work their way out of it and some can't, and it's just been a downward spiral. Since Jamie left, it's got it hasn't got better, it's got worse. And so yeah, they're good players. There are some good players here still, and as you can see, some of the football they're playing today, they can do it. Maybe the shackles are off. Rory Deacon looks like he's playing with a spring in his step, and another opportunity.
Cross comes in from the left hand side. It's a bit too long for Phillips. Will fall to McCarthy, edge of the area, but cleared by Dover. It was actually leading up to that cross was a terrific passing move involving 3 or 4 players. Haven't got a spring in their step today. Deacon finds, I think it's Jeb out to the right hand side to Seeger. Jeb again finds Jewett-White. Hawks holding the ball very well at the moment, but can they find a way to get the ball into the penalty area? At the moment they've gone back to Morgan at the back.
It's a patient build. That was good. They need to keep the ball. They've kept the ball well, and at times they've made Dover at the back look very average and opened them up. And if they can do that, I'd just like to see them get another goal.
Yep. And of course, amongst that, Steve King's spell at the club, which was 2 draws and 10 defeats in 12 league games. They did have a couple of wins in minor cups, but in the FA Cup and the FA Trophy, they got knocked out at the first hurdle. And I suppose if you're looking at the FA Trophy and especially the FA Cup bring money into the club, prize money every round you win, so to go out straight away against teams from a lower league didn't help the situation.
Definitely not. And it's in previous years, and I can only speak in the 20 years I was here, we had some great cup runs, obviously, without being elaborating with the Liverpools and things like that. But even when I came here as a player, we still got to first rounds, and they're massive for the clubs like Havant. Revenue and being able, when you get injuries, being able to bring other players in. So they're important things.
Zidane Sutherland takes a long-range shot, but it's straight at Warner. Tried his luck from 25 yards plus.
It's a mistake from Morgan there, and the lad nipped away, and thankfully he's tried to shoot from 40 yards out, and Ross just gathers it in.
Hawks lose out. Jewett-White missed out the ball. Afinawusi knocked off his stride. Jewett-White wins the ball back.
Run it back.
Deacon down the left-hand side.
The thing with good youngsters like Harry, if you're going to bring him into the football club, then you need to play him, and you've got to understand that at times they will make mistakes. He's made a mistake there. He's turned in an area he shouldn't have turned, wherever he got information to, and gave the ball away. Credit to the kid, he went and won it back again. And as I say, if you don't play him, they're never going to learn. It's whether you're brave enough as a manager to play him. And obviously, under Steve King, he didn't play any football really.
Innocence out on the left-hand side. Wins it well. I think it's gone out for a goal kick.
Yeah, double ricocheted, it come back off of Innocent, and it's gone out for a goal kick. But again, good move down the flanks. They're really hurting Dover, and if they can keep doing it, Dover are very narrow, and Devante Stanley down this side has got in many a time and needs to keep doing it.
Looking great, the Hawks at the moment 2-0 up. Elsewhere in the Premier League, Arsenal are 2-0 up on Wolves, and Burnley lead Sheffield United 1-0. Adam Armstrong scored twice for Southampton. In our other commentary game, they're 2-0 up on Cardiff. And at Northampton Town today, Sean Raggett has scored, so Pompey are winning. So we've got Saints and Pompey and the Hawks all winning. So 3 out of 3 at the moment.
Let's hope it stays that way, shall we? I'm allowed to say that, though.
And tomorrow we've got AFC Bournemouth and Eastleigh as well in the FA Cup. So
yeah, massive day for Eastleigh.
Got Reading. That is a massive day. On the telly, also on BBC Radio Solent. Here come the Hawks looking for a third goal. Innocent. Does he win the corner this time? He does.
Corner. You'll be at Christmas shopping, Cliff. You won't be allowed to watch it.
Yeah, no. What a draw that is for them. Although I have seen, I think they've won 2 or 3 in a row, Reading, since the draw was made. But when it was made, you thought, oh, this is almost nailed on for an upset. But Reading have picked up. Corner for Havant, played short by Jebb to Phillips. Back to Jack Jebb. This time he delivers it to the near post. Morgan nearly got ahead of the keeper's only parried that one. And Havant get it back.
Yeah, they're creating some good opportunities, Havant. They need to take another one. They really do. I just think, when... Because
ball dropped in the penalty area.
Yeah, it was. If Dover to get anything, then it's a game changer. But Havant dominating and need to take one of these opportunities.
It's a good afternoon so far for Havant and Waterlooville. 2 up with early goals from Seeger and McCarthy. McCarthy's got the captain armband back today. He's playing in midfield again today. Jewett White loses possession. But then Dover give it straight back to the Hawks. This is Stanley. Leaves it for Deacon. Working it around the pitch, in their own half at the moment. With Jebb and now Morgan. Jewett White, good control. Deacon. Seeger tried to find Deacon, loses out. And then Sutherland gifts the ball back. Here comes Stanley for Havant and Waterlooville, the number 2. Ball to the edge of the area to McCarthy. Takes a shot, rises over the top. Goal kick, another great move for Havant.
Opportunities at will at the moment, and they really do need to nail one of these. I mean, Devante Stanley, who I really, really like. I know he's been injured part of the season, but he gets down this right-hand side again, picks a great pass out, and Jake McCarthy will be disappointed he didn't hit the target there.
Yeah, McCarthy. Well, incredibly, for a man who was in double figures last season, that is McCarthy's first goal of the season today. I guess that is because he's been playing in defence, but he adds a lot of goals to a team. It's almost a brave decision to take those sort of goals out of the team and put him in a defensive position.
Sometimes you're forced on it, but I think there was enough centre-halves at the club that you want Jake McCarthy playing and he looks a different player as well. He looks like he's enjoying himself. He looks like he wants to run that extra little bit for the team and do that little bit more, which hasn't happened of late.
In the Southern League Premier Division, the leaders Salisbury are 1 down at Merthyr Town. Gosport second in the table. Their game off today due to a frozen pitch. Excellent pass from Afinawosi to Sutherland out on the left wing for Dover. The cross deflects into the arms of Ross Warner at the near post.
Dover really not committing a lot of bodies in, and I think if they do commit more bodies forward, I think that'll only give the Hawks even more opportunities, because they Zidane was crossing the ball there. There's one person in the box.
Going back to the Southern League, we've got a derby game there, and Winchester City are 1-0 up at Poole Town with a goal coming early in the fixture. 21 minutes, Jones scoring for Winchester. Poole Town, one of the teams fancied for promotion, but losing at Solent on last Saturday in the commentary game, losing at home to Winchester today. Matt Tubbs and the Dolphins, who did in fairness have a good midweek win at Merthyr, 2-0 on Tuesday. Lots of teams from Hampshire and Dorset in that league this season. We've got, and obviously Salisbury's in Wiltshire, but we've got in the south, Sean, we've got Gosport up there, we've got Salisbury, we've got Poole, we've got Totton.
Yeah, no, it's good for the area. That's what you want. It's really good for the area that the teams are doing well, and long that may continue. And it's there's teams trying to get obviously up into this league, and I think the biggest thing for Havant and the biggest thing that can happen this season is they stay in the Conference South. you know, and everyone will be writing them off at the moment, which is maybe, that's good. You know, if they play like this and they keep producing, and it's only early days, and they can go and win today, it will give them a massive boost.
McCarthy won a free kick. Jebb's going to take it out from the right wing. Everyone's lined up along the edge of the penalty area. Lots of players from both teams. Jebb delivers it in there. McCarthy can't get his head on the ball, but Dontai Stewart can, and it's out of play for a Hawks corner over on the far side.
Yeah, he's got great delivery, Jack Jebb, and it's a great ball in, and really good defending by the Dover defender there, because I think it was a free header, if not.
Yeah, Jebb takes all the set pieces. He's on loan from Dorking. And I think it's his second loan spell. He was here last season for a bit, here this season. What can he do with this delivery? Plays it short to Kieran Phillips. Back to Jebb. Morgan wants it at the back post. He's gone into the middle. Mensah belts it out of defence. No nonsense defending for the former Weymouth player who went from Weymouth to the Football League with Morecambe. Remember, he had a very good partnership at Weymouth in the conference days with Dominic Revan.
Yeah.
Weymouth no gain today. They should have gone all the way to Braintree, but they found out yesterday a frozen pitch. I suppose it's good to find out the day before than on the day.
Yeah, they don't want teams travelling, for no reason. And as I say, someone used their brain and realised it was going to be frozen again today. That's where Havant gained. They now have this 3G pitch.
Kieran Phillips for the Hawks over on the left-hand side. Plays it to Deacon. He's in the area. Rory Deacon goes on a bit of a dribble. Can't keep control of the ball. Can't cross it in either goal kick.
Be disappointed there, Rory's got himself 1v1 with the defender, and he went the wrong side. I think if he just moves the ball slightly to the right, he gets a free shot at goal. But good play again by Havant. They're getting in, as I say, getting in again. Good opportunities. They just need to take another one.
Yeah, looking at that Southern League scores. The other games involving our local sides are goalless. Dorchester start the day in the relegation zone with Tom Killick there. They are 0-0 at home to Beaconsfield, but if they do beat the team, the opponents, they'll climb above them and out of the relegation positions. They're possibly the only team in the south not really doing that well in that league. We've got so many teams in Hampshire and Dorset doing really well in that division. Havant and Waterlooville.
Play by Ryan Sagar there. Another opportunity down the left-hand side. He gets it.
He gets it. The defender misses the ball, and this is a chance for Kai Innocent. Tries to show some skills, wins the throw-in off of Oyanuga.
I'm pleased they haven't, but Dover have not tried one little bit to stop it. It's so obvious. It's on. Unlucky there, Ryan Sager handball, but it's so obvious, and the change of play and the transfer of play, and both fullbacks are getting out at will. And they still haven't changed it. They're losing 2-0, and I can only see more goals coming if they carry on playing this way.
Tottenham 1-0 down at home to Chesham in a big game for two promotion contenders in that Southern League. One league below the Hawks. They don't want to be playing at that level of football next season. They've got to turn things around, which they are doing this afternoon, to be fair. McCarthy, Phillips, good move this. Deacon's out on the left-hand side. Gets past the defender, terrific stuff, and Jebb's overlapping, but Deacon sweeps it into the area instead. McCarthy wins the header down. Jewett White got it back to him. He takes a tumble on the edge of the area. It's a free kick, it's a foul.
Right on the edge of the area.
Inside the D. McCarthy's really working hard today.
Change of play. Jake McCarthy pulling on the fullback and winning the header, and again following his pass into Ryan Sager, who's clever. Has now created a great opportunity. Just literally a yard outside the edge of the box for Havant. Jack Jebb is very good at these normally. Let's hope he can put one in the top corner.
Yep. He's got his foot on the ball. He has got McCarthy and Seeger and Jewett White around him, but I think it would be a big surprise if he's not the player that had taken. I'm a bit surprised there's no wall yet. I guess the referee's going to wait for that to form. Jebb puts the ball down. He's definitely going to have a shot here, but I think it's going to take a while for the wall to get back.
If it's that close, he's moved it back about 2 yards.
He preferred to get it back a little bit. But at the moment, the wall doesn't seem about half the distance it should be. The referee is now marching out the yards, and some people in the crowd are chanting.
I remember Ryan Young making a save at Welling, which really probably was one of them key factors that won us the league. Jack Jebb put it in the top corner from a similar spot, but Ryan Young made an unbelievable save. But opportunity here, really good opportunity.
Free kick to Havant and Waterlooville. 2 up already this afternoon. could be 3 up before the break. Jeb's going to take this free kick. Jeb hits the crossbar. Oh, it dipped. It had a bit of bend on it, curl, hit the bar, went behind.
Without sounding stupid, it was actually too close. He wanted it back a little bit further. He did move it back, and as you can see, if it's a yard further back, he scores. He's got really good quality, Jack.
And multitasking. I thought I took a brilliant photo of it, but the dugout just got in the way and got in focus. So take a look at that, Cody. It looks good, but that's in focus.
Yeah, just clip the top of the crossbar. Not bad clip. I don't know. It's good enough to put on though.
No, it isn't, is it?
You have to lower them dugouts.
It's always the way. It's just normally it's like a fan in front of you, their hat or something just gets in the focus. But no, terrific stuff from Jeb. I think he hit the woodwork from a free kick in midweek as well in added time. But it's been a very comfortable half indeed. Dover at the moment not showing signs of. Occasionally they've looked good going forward, but by and large Havant have had the lion's share of possession and have done extremely well with it. Afinawosi and Charles Cook combine. Here's an opportunity maybe for Dover. Gets past Innocent. But
you know what they've done well today, Havant. If one man doesn't make the tackle, the next man's there. They're a lot closer in between the lines. You know, they've got, as I said before, they've got a good shape about them. They look hungry to go and work hard and go and close down. And you know, their regains have been really good, high up the pitch. Hence, they're dominating the game.
Charles Cook for Dover, brought down in the area. Penalty given. A tackle comes
harsh. I really do think that's harsh.
Innocence protesting his innocence, but I think he is the player who's brought down.
He got too tight and got rolled, but the ball deviates away, and I think that you know, the referee's closer than we are up here, but that's a soft penalty, a very soft penalty. And this is where we talk about having dominating games and having to put them to bed. And let's hope Ross can come up with a big save.
Penalty then, I've got to say.
The referee made a quick decision, didn't really look at it for long. He was very quick to make that decision.
The foul from Kai Innocent. I don't often have an opinion, but I've got to be controversial here, because if Sean didn't think it was, I probably thought it was from back up here. But
yeah, no, if it's a penalty, I just thought it was soft. I really did. I thought that he played the ball, but the referee's closer than we are in his angle, and he gave it straight away, which, you know, he was confident it was. It wasn't an iffy one, so, you know, you have to hope that Ross Warner can come up with the goods.
Penalty for Dover. James Dunn, the captain, takes it and finds the bottom left-hand corner. It's a goal back from the penalty spot from the former Pompey man. It's Havant and Waterlooville 2, Dover Athletic 1.
It's important Havant to just keep playing and get to half-time in front and making sure that you know, that they don't now panic. You know, there's that clean sheet gone again, and it's a big disappointment.
And is that a lifeline for Dover, who haven't really been in this half, but will be full of confidence, I think, especially if it goes in a 2-1 at half-time. They'll be just have a little spring in their step the way Havant did when things were going their way. Two teams before today extremely low on confidence. McNerney, good defending under pressure from the 8 and 9 of Dover. And, but they pick it back up in defence with Mensah.
There's more goals in this game, and you know, with the opportunities that Havant have made, they'll be disappointed. But obviously Dover now might, as you say, might give them a little confidence boost.
Floodlights come on here at Wesley Park. It's not especially dark at the moment, but I know it will be for the second half. And we could be in for an exciting second half. It's been quite an attractive half for Havant and Waterlooville, playing nice football, 2-1 up.
It's a great ball, by the way.
Sutherland, and it's a terrific tackle as well.
And he's got a goal kick.
Terrific tackle from Devante Stanley after a super ball found Sutherland down the left-hand side, and it's the double deflection, which is a word I've got to use more often because that's a good way to describe it. Pick that tip up from you there, Gailey.
Double deflection, yeah. Yeah, just got caught out a little bit, Devante, but good recovery.
Warner's ball forward finds a Dover player, but it's now with Jewett White in the centre circle to McCarthy, who's on the right-hand side. Jake McCarthy. Back to Jewett White. And Innocent plays a long ball up forward towards Jeb. Mensah wins the header for Dover. And then terrific play from Henry Young. But they couldn't get it too far forward, and in the end they've brought down Innocent. And it's a free kick to the Hawks, who are 2-1 up here at Westley Park.
Yeah, I hope they don't stop doing what they're doing. They're playing quickly, doing things quickly, and
ball into the area. Can't quite
nearly got
by McCarthy. It was a good ball, wasn't it?
It was a very good ball, yeah. A little bit too straight.
And I don't know if it's getting a little bit hazy out there a little bit. I don't know if that's my glasses steaming up, Gayle.
There's a little bit. No, there's a little bit of a mist out there. The sun's going in.
Right, here, Dover got a goal back. Afinawosi's out on the left-hand side. Jewett-White forces him to go back to teammate, but Akehurst couldn't find Sutherland. I'm not sure whether Sutherland should maybe in a bit more of a central position, really, rather than out wide. McCarthy charges down a defensive clearance. It's a throw to Dover.
I think they brought him a little bit wider because, as I said, that it's stopped that attack for Havant, where Harry Jewett-White was getting on the ball and changing play quickly and getting the two fullbacks in, and Devante Stanley was getting down the right hand side, and they had some good opportunities from that. But yeah, they've recognised it now, Dover, and they've done something about it.
Hawks going long, but a good head at the back from Naylor. Gets the ball away from Havant. 2-1 behind a Dover, who launch an attack down the right hand side, and Stewart does very well here. Dante Stewart, he's tripped as he goes forward. Well, he played it off into
It's going to be a little bit sloppy, Havant. They gave it away cheaply there, and they got down the other side. Kindness, and looked like he'd stepped in and taken it, and then lost it again, and now they've given away a free kick in a dangerous wide area. You know, they need to just settle down again and see this half out.
And it's going to be the game's first caution as well. Yellow card shown to the Hawks. I think it's to Morgan, the defender.
Yeah, he dived in.
First yellow of the afternoon. So a set piece for Dover. 3 minutes to the break, plus added time, of course, and they've got a free kick out on the right hand side, which looks like it's going to be an in-swinger from the way the player is shaping up here. Havant have got to defend. Dover's free kick. They would love an equaliser before half time. Havant and Waterlooville don't want them to score again today. Free kick to the...
It's a dangerous area. They need to defend this well.
Dover free kick played into the area to the near post. It's gone all the way through to the back post.
Dangerous ball in, very good delivery, and Havant to be thankful no one got on the end of it.
Wow, you had a couple of players. There's a player up at the near post and at the back post. It's that number 9 Zidane Sutherland who
made a very good run, to be fair, cross. He didn't get any contact in it, and if he does, he might score, but also nearly a tap in at the back post. He's looked their most dangerous player, but he also must be frustrated that things aren't coming off for him. Yeah, definitely. They've changed their shape, Dover, just to accommodate the Hawks, I think, here, and it's helped them. Yeah, they're very, very much back into this game. 2-1. They've got it back. Now here's McCarthy. Lifts the ball forward. Mensah wins the header. Naylor wins the header for Dover. They still haven't cleared it properly. But McCarthy is adjudged to have made a foul, so it's a free kick to Dover. Their manager's been there most of the year. It's not been a very successful year for them. Mitch Brundle, is he someone you've come across in your time, Sean? Yeah, I think he was a player when I was managing here. I think so, against Dover, and he was a good player. But I don't really know. They've had some difficult times as well, Dover. It's a free kick. They could have played advantage here, but it's a free kick to Dover, edge of the area. Yeah, it's a little bit of a cheap one from Harry Jewett-White. I don't think he did. I think he just maybe caught the lad, and the lad goes over, and the referee then brings it back. It's a free kick again in another dangerous area. And Havant needs to try and just, as I say, see this out as the mist comes in. You're right, Cliff. The mist is coming in, and hopefully they can get to half time 2-1 up. We've got about a minute plus stoppages. Hearing that Chesham are 2 up at AFC Totton today. They don't often lose at home. No,
but that would have significance. Chesham, with Gosport not playing, I assume Chesham would go above Gosport in the table today, if it stays that way.
Yeah, Gosport's game off at Harrow away, was it?
Yep. Called off this morning. Free kick here for Dover. Want one back in first half added time.
Same free kick taker on the other side. I'd be more of an in-swinger, I think.
Akehurst is there with the left boot. There's also two players around the ball. They leave it for Sutherland, who takes a shot, and it's tipped over by Ross Warner for a corner.
Strike. He gambled, the lad Zidane, and it was a good strike.
Yep.
Ross was there just to tip it over quite comfortably.
Probably their best chance, apart from the penalty, of course. And
yeah, they've just come back in, which happens, and it's just come back into the game, and they probably had more to play in the last 5 or 6 minutes. But the corner now, which they need to defend.
3 added minutes. Dover play a corner in to the back post. McNerney clears it with his head. Shot comes in, takes a deflection off McNerney's in the thick of it. Dunn leaves the ball. He's got it back though. Dunn delivers a curling ball, which Innocent clears well. Volleyed it clear under pressure. But still, with Dover, who've got their tails up here, in added time, play a ball into the air. He's unmarked and he's offside, and he's missed the target anyway. Dontai Stewart.
I was waiting for the linesman's flag to say he must be offside, and thankfully he was, and thankfully he missed it anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, Dover, just fair play to them. You know, they've recognised, they've changed their shape a little bit, and they've got back into this game. And the last 5 or 6 minutes, it's all Dover.
We thought it was all over, but at the moment it's all Dover. So never how things change quickly in football, Sean.
They sure do. Goals change games, the old saying, Cliff.
Not too far away from here at Five Heads Park in the Isthmian League. Horndean are 2-0 up today, which is good against Beckenham Town. Zach Willett and Connor Duffin scoring for the Deans.
Yeah, they've done great, Horndean, to get to the level. Birmingham's done a great job there, and just hope they can continue this season and build on it. And staying in that league will be a building block for them. The foul, and Elijah's seen it.
Yeah, the referee waved it away.
His assistant be a booking.
His assistant saw it. It's a foul on Kieran Phillips.
He's away, and he's on the halfway line. Okay, but he's away, and it has to be a booking.
I think that is for Jacob Mensah, number 16, for the foul on Kieran Phillips. So 3 added minutes were announced. No Trevor Brock here today. Get well soon, Trevor. It's Gary Pratt on the tannoy today. Normally here, Trevor, with the rallying cry, let's get behind those Hawks.
It's not very often Trevor misses a game.
Jack Jebb to take...
He's out scouting.
Get well soon, Trevor. It's a free kick which Jebb takes and pumps it to the edge of the area. Headed into the box, headed away from Dover, and then a shout for handball.
There's a clash of heads there in the box. Both. Not sure what Havant player it's down. It might be Ben Morgan, is it?
There's a player from each side down with a clash of heads. So both sets of medical teams come on. Both physios.
You can't see it happening,
rushing over.
When that ball got cleared back, it looked like the Dover lad handballed it, but the ref was already blowing then for the clash of heads. So I don't see that getting overturned.
No, and it looked like he was pointing to the spot, but I guess he was pointing to...
We have no VAR,
no.
Thank God.
Is that a big selling point of non-league, that we don't have that? That you can go to a game...
You know, I listen to TalkSport early every morning on my way to work, or if I'm out in the office and on the way to a job or whatever, and I don't think anyone wants VAR to the degree it is at the moment, and lots of people going on there saying, I'll go and watch non-league football. We don't have any of that nonsense. It's just got a little bit... I feel for referees as well, because they are being controlled a little bit more. There's no actual decisions.
So it is Ben Morgan down, who's back up on his feet. The Dover player who clashed heads with him, is still down, receiving some treatment.
Yeah, hopefully both players are all right. As you say, Ben's back up on his feet. The Dover player's sat up, so hopefully they'll both be all right to continue.
It was a dream start for the Hawks. It looked almost too easy, and then of course Dover get the penalty, and then since then Dover have looked just as likely as the Hawks to score, and they came mightily closer to an equaliser. So it's very nicely poised for the second half, Sean.
Yeah, it's as I say, Havant have been great for probably 35 minutes, and then Dover get a penalty out of nowhere, and then suddenly, Dover have come back into the game. But it looks like it's going to go to half time and be 2-1. They need to regroup, Havant, and carry on and doing what they did in the first half. Their energy levels were good. They were winning the ball high up the field. They were passing it quickly and moving it quickly, and they were getting out down the flanks. They've got to find a different way now. Dover sort of shut that off a little bit, and they've got themselves back in the game, and their tails are up at the moment. So, it's an interesting second half. As I said, I think there'll be more goals. And I think the Dover player looks like he won't be able to continue. The way it looks at the moment, he's got a cut. I'm not sure.
So I think that might be Jacob Mensah, who's
maybe it's the nose. Is it his nose? I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe got a bit of a nosebleed there from the clash of heads, so he's holding up some tissue to his nose as he's coming off the field. And I guess we're so close to the whistle, they can probably look in the dressing room.
Wait till half time and reassess it.
Right, we've got to be on the whistle now. I think we've had about 6 minutes and we've only promised 3. Billy Terrell, long ball up into the air, and there goes the half-time whistle. Thank you, Jordan. Welcome back, everybody, for the second half here for the Vanarama National League South between Havant and Waterlooville and Dover. And I can see that somebody's got the electronic scoreboard ready, so we must have had a half-time change. Welcoming back Sean Gale, the former Hawks player and manager, as the pundit this afternoon. Let's just see what change we've got first of all before we talk to Sean. So
I'd imagine it's the centre half, wouldn't it?
Oh yes, it could well be.
He doesn't look to be out there, Cliff. I think. That's
no, he had a blood injury just before the break, didn't he? So
yeah, it did look a bit nasty. So hopefully it's not too bad.
So it's Wilkinson coming on, who's impressed since coming through the Dover Academy. So George Wilkinson, who's normally a mid... Oh, sorry. It's a double change. So it's Wilkinson and Oyerman coming on.
Second substitution is number 14, George Wilkinson, and he was coming on for number 8,
so it's
Josh Gordy.
Wilkinson fighting for Wosey. Didn't quite catch who Oyerman was coming on for. The first one.
I blame Gary. See, if Trevor was here, it wouldn't have happened.
Right, let's just restart the stopwatch. It's a little bit foggy out there, or misty, shall we say. I hope it doesn't get... It was quite misty, the game on the telly, wasn't it, last night, the FA Cup game. Hopefully it doesn't get like that here. We are back underway for the second half.
I think it looks like a change of shape again for Dover. It looks like they've now gone to a back 3.
And,
I thought towards the end of the half they maybe dropped to a 3, but I think maybe the injury might have made them go to a 3, Cliff.
It's 2-1, Havant and Waterlooville lead at the break, but Dover finished the half strongly, having scored a penalty, but they still felt the need, despite finishing the half strongly, to make 2 changes. So I guess Mitch Brundle. Oh, Havant and Waterlooville almost charged the ball down. Seeger goes up there, takes on the keeper, whose clearance hits him, but goes nowhere near the goal. So it almost paid off, one of those to charge the goalkeeper down, but in the end Tyrrell got away with it. And his teammates at the other end attacked, but are caught offside.
He done really well there, Ryan, and the keeper. It was one of them passes over the top that didn't actually come through to the goalkeeper, and he's taking his time, and he's nearly got the luck of the bounce, really, and could have been another quick goal.
It's misty, it's cold, it's 1 degree in Havant right now. I haven't got the gloves and hat on yet, but I have gone with the Hawks scarf for half time. Keep me nice and warm.
And the Hawks cup of tea.
Hawks cup of tea, yeah. Thanks for that, Sean. What was the mood and what was being said at half time when you spoke to fans and you went in the boardroom? What did people say?
Yeah, I think pleased. I mean, I think everyone's sort of the same sort of things, really. You know, we look like I don't know. Sometimes the players, it looks like the shackles are off, and you know, there's obviously something not right here, and maybe, you know, by making that change has enabled the Hawks to come out the blocks today.
Yeah, just confirmation, it was Afinawose and Mensah off with Wilkinson and Oyerman on. So we'll quickly run through the teams in case you weren't with us for the first half. Here at Wesley Park, Hawks 2-1 up. Havant and Waterlooville, Ross Warner in goal, Devante Stanley, Kai Innocent, Ben Morgan, Joe McNerney at the back. Jake McCarthy's in midfield today with Kieran Phillips, Harry Jewett-White, Jack Jebb and Rory Deacon up front. Ryan Seeger. If they want to use subs, they've got Fowle, Bulsari, Zuma, Stedman and Baker. Dover are Billy Terrell, Roman Charles Cook, James Dunn, Joff Ashivanwosi has gone off, so it's Zidane Sutherland, Bailey Akehurst, Charlie Naylor, Henry Young, Dante Stewart, John Oyanuga, George Wilkinson. Here come Havant and Waterlooville. This is Innocent in the area, cuts it back, player goes down, Seeger goes down, nothing given. Dover get a chance to clear the ball. And Oyerman, the other one in the 11. They've got 3 more subs on the bench. They can use one of those. So they've got Powell, Dembele and Pearce. Pearce is on loan from Southampton, a forward.
Opportunity there, and I think Kai maybe chose the wrong option, but also that, you know, the fans are shouting for a possible penalty. I think it would have been a soft penalty if it had been given. But a good start again for Havant. They've come out the blocks.
And just at half time, looking around the other scores, saw that Poole Town had equalised against Winchester. Harvey Slade scoring, that is 1-1. And we've got Hamworthy Recreation in the F8 Vase today. They were 0-0 at half time on the road to Wembley against Wells City. We've got another club in, Hamble Club, but their game at Hilltop was postponed today with the frozen pit, so I'm sure that will go ahead next Saturday. 2 teams from one from Hampshire, one from Dorset in the last 64. Here the Hawks, McCarthy brilliantly brings the ball down, tries to find Seeger but doesn't quite find him. Sutherland's defending at the back. We lose him a bit in the mist. He clears the ball down the left hand side. Havant pick it up again.
He's done well in that role, Jake, today, and again gets in a good position. Just the wrong choice of pass. Just fell the other side of Ryan Seeger. He'd have been in on goal.
No, it has been a pretty bad 2023 from Havant. They haven't won a game on a Saturday since February in the league, or in any competition actually. Here they come, looking to change that. Innocent down the left hand side. Good ball into the F1's Rory Deacon, turns, good feet from him, back to Seeger, whose shot deflects into the path of Phillips, who's volleyed it in from close range. Havant and Waterlooville 3, Dover 1. Kieran Phillips there with an early goal in this half to put the Hawks further ahead.
Yeah, it's a great little bit of play down the left-hand side, and a great little reverse ball from Innocent into Rory Deacon in the box, who finds Seeger. Seeger's shot is actually going straight into the goalkeeper's hands with not much power, but I think the defender just manages to get his foot in the way of it. He thinks he's blocking it, and it helps it to Phillips, who taps it into an empty net. So it's a great start again. Within the first 5 minutes, Havant have restored their 2-goal lead.
Just what we needed, because there was a little bit of doubt. Dover had finished that second half pretty well after getting the penalty, but at the moment it's normal service resumed, or back to how it was early in the game. A 2-goal cushion now for the Hawks, and Dover, who've made 2 substitutions already, find themselves 3-1 down here at Wesley Park.
Yeah, they'll be massively disappointed. They've come out and they've literally got themselves back in the game, and to concede within 5 minutes again, it's you know, their manager Mitch Brundle won't be happy at all.
And it's just getting a little bit misty. Hopefully with Havant playing in white as well, we don't lose them in the cloud.
You don't want to get much thicker, Cliff. 3-1 up, don't want the game called off for fog.
That would be the worst possible outcome. Hopefully it's just passing by. Morgan has the ball for Havant and Waterlooville, out towards Innocent here on the left wing. Good touch from here, plays it down the line where it was Jewett-White trying to play it back, but still with Havant and Waterlooville, though. Innocent gets the ball away from Dover. That was McNerney. Ball up from the back towards McCarthy, push in the back, surely by the number 3 Charles Cook. Nothing given by the referee.
Don't think he gave it, because I don't think Joe had much chance of getting it, but it was a bit of a strange one. It was definitely a push in the back.
Dover looking to get back into this game again. That was a bit soft, this one. Deacon adjudged to have made a foul on the advancing number 25, Oyanuga, down the right wing. Free kick to Dover.
It's a left footer going to come across and swing it in again and put the Havant defence under pressure. A bit further out.
Cross comes in from Dover, from the right wing. It's an in-swinger into the area. The ball is nodded behind for a goal kick. The referee is quite far away from the action. I wasn't quite sure who got the last touch, but that is a goal kick to the Hawks.
Yeah, well competed Ben Morgan again. He's done well this afternoon aerially, and you know, he's made some good blocks in there, and again challenging the lad. Unfortunately, the lad headed it out for a goal kick.
Scott Rendell's got a goal back for Totton at home to Cheshire. They're 2-1 behind. He scored from the penalty spot, the former Havant and Waterlooville man. And I wonder if they regret letting some of the players go to Totton, because there's quite a few down there with Benny Reid and Joe Osler and Sam Magri, as well as Scott Rendell, all doing very well for AFC Totton this season. Innocent's throw. Well, I didn't quite see the foul there, but Seeger, I think, was penalised. He's got gloves on for the second half. Lots of players have got long sleeves. I think they've all got long sleeves on for the second half.
They're base layers, I think, Cliff. They don't do long sleeve shirts anymore.
I've not heard of base layer. I guess that's like long johns for your arms, is it?
Yeah, underneath top. It's like a warm top. They do them in millions of different colours as well. In our day, run around and keep warm.
Right. Jeb back defending. Back to Morgan. Sweeps a long ball forward to try and find Phillips. Good clearance by Dover. Out of play for a throw. Yeah, no. Phillips is on loan from Kidderminster Harriers and has got the Hawks with his second for the club. 3-1 up. Now, the discussion between the referee and his assistant. I hope it's not about visibility, because we don't want this game going. I don't know what they were discussing, but we have got a cloud descended around, a literal cloud, like fog and mist.
He literally I think he's saying he can't see the far side of the pitch, but maybe he can't from where we can just about see it, but he maybe can't from where he is. Maybe you need to lend him your glasses, Cliff.
Deary me, this would be for now. We carry on early in the second half. Innocent to take a throw in front of us. Finds Deacon. Back to Innocent. Up towards Seeger. Interesting flick on Jeb. Finds McCarthy. McCarthy shapes to shoot, takes a shot. Good shot into the arms of the goalkeeper Terrell. Dover get it away. 3-1 behind. Deacon for the Hawks finds Phillips. That's a good ball. Tries to get it into McCarthy, but Dunn shows his experience to get it away and then cleared out of the defence. Yeah, we don't want the officials not being able to see. Have you ever had a game abandoned due to the fog or bad weather before in your time, Sean?
When I played, I think we turned up to a game and all of a sudden the mist, and we never even got started. But no, I don't think I had one abandoned. But it doesn't look. You can't see the far side very well at all from here.
No, and again, we may have a better visibility than the referee down low. I don't know. From here, it's a perfect view of the near touchline and a very milky, cloudy view of the far touchline.
You can see the bodies, you can't see the numbers.
Yeah, it's actually a bit of a challenge to see what's going on that far side, to be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely got worse since we've kicked off second half.
Dover throwing the ball. Down the left wing they attack through the fog, onto a bit of a run to the edge of the area. Still in possession, Dover Athletic in their blue shirts today. Out to the right hand side where I think it's a throw. Oyenuga dispossessed by Phillips. He's going to let Charles Cook take the throw.
We need to hope nothing happens in that far corner, Cliff, because you can't see.
We don't want to like a red card and not see what's going on, but as long as it doesn't obscure the goal. Here comes Wilkinson, blocked by the Hawks. Still Dover go down the right hand side. Charles Cook's going to tussle with Deacon. Who's going to come out on top of this one? Deacon goes down, no foul, but his teammate cleared for him. Oyenuga takes a quick throw from the wrong place, but play goes on. Young plays the ball into the area. This is going to be a shooting chance maybe from the number 12, but it's blocked. Akehurst effort block, and Havant attack down the far side, down the right wing. Innocent. Well, he's gone back, and Dover might pick up the loose ball, but Havant just about keep it in. What did you make of, I don't know if you heard all that Derek Pope was saying in the pre-match interview, but what do you make of them saying they're not going to rush an appointment? I mean, they do seem to be in quite a predicament, but they still want to take their time to get the right person in. Late challenge comes in, play an advantage for the foul on Morgan, into the area to Phillips, can't keep it in. Now the referee...
Definitely going to come back for this one because there's a naughty tackle.
Yeah, there's a tackle on Morgan. We could see a card here. The referee let play carry on.
I think going back to your question, Cliff, I think it's a very, very big decision of who they appoint, what direction they're going to go in. I think there's a lot of things to look at. What they don't need is someone to come in and want to completely change, because it's probably too late and a difficult time to be able to do that. Lots of players, they need to try and keep the settled squad they've got, whether they can add to it or not, the people that are here at the moment and see. But I fully understand what they're saying. I think obviously probably in the back of his mind, Derek's a little bit concerned, and the people in charge are very inexperienced in what they're doing with it. But if they keep winning football matches, then great.
Henry Young, the player booked for Dover Athletic, also in that interview which was played in the before the game, which you'll be able to hear again on BBC Sounds if it's not tweeted, if you'll be able to find that one. He was also saying there isn't sort of an official application process. It's I guess people interested will make themselves known to the chairman or the board of directors. McCarthy flicks the ball into the area. Phillips tussling for the ball, does well to keep hold of it, and he's going to let it go out for a corner to Havant and Waterlooville.
Yeah, I presume that they want to stay full time, but they want to get the right person who ticks the box.
But if they did have to sell players to be able to bring players in, to then I assume have to pay Steve King off is going to maybe exacerbate the issues. Corner to Havant and Waterlooville on the left-hand side, because I know he was contracted until next season, the end of next season. Corner comes in for Havant, to the back post, headed down, on the line, turned in on the line in the 6-yard box. Havant and Waterlooville surely got this one sorted. I think that's Phillips again from close range, his second close range goal this half. It is definitely a big cushion now for Havant and Waterlooville. Hawks 4, Dover Athletic 1.
Yeah, good header. I think it was Ben Morgan who heads it, and the keeper parries it, drops down, and the lad taps it in. And I think that's we get to see Havant. We're going to get Havant to see win their first game.
And you've got fair play to them because Dover were getting back into it. I wonder if Dover regret making the double change now. Maybe one of them they had to due to injury, but they seem to have the momentum now. It's all gone. Hawks very, very comfortable. Yeah, definitely. But I think sometimes half-time kills that momentum as well. Havant needed to get to half-time 2-1 up. They'd had a bit of a scare, and they got there, and they've come out the blocks. They've started like they did the first half, and they've gone to get their 2 goals now, and they're 4-1 up, and they look like they're home and hosed now. Well, Dover were involved in a topsy-turvy 4-4 the other week with Weymouth in the FA Trophy. Weymouth getting through on penalties. We don't want to... That would be something if we saw that. Here come Havant. Attacking down the right-hand side. It's 2 against 3 into the area. McCarthy can't quite get his foot on the ball. It's all going for them at the moment. Then McCarthy makes the foul. It's just the gentlest of touches, but his arm was out and was putting off the Charles Cook of Dover. Now the ball goes long. Innocent clears it high up into the air. Dover win the header. This could be an important victory for the Hawks. winning a free kick right in front of the home dugout as well.
Yeah, haven't looked dangerous every time they attack now. They really they got the bit between their teeth, and Dover, as I say, they've not really come out and started. And they'll be really disappointed because they finished the half really well.
The only victory in the league this season was against Yeovil here, 4-3, when Jamie Collins was the manager. And they had a terrible run-in last season where they only won 1 in the run-in. So actually, we are looking at only the 3rd win since February, and bizarrely the 1st on a Saturday, if it does end up a Hawks victory. Just
unbelievable stats, Cliff.
Yeah. McCarthy takes a tumble, no foul.
No,
he's given it.
He waved it away and then gave it.
He shook his head, then changed his mind.
He did, yeah.
But it is a free kick to the Hawks. I wonder if he thought, if I don't give it, I've got to say it's simulation. Well, anyway, I don't know what goes on inside the referee's head. It's a Havant and Waterlooville free kick on the edge of the area with McCarthy and Jebb around the ball on the left-hand side.
Good opportunity to put a quality ball in again from Jack Jebb, or Jack McCarthy fancying a shot from here. It's a bit too wide for me, I think, to shoot from here.
4-1 to the good. Could we have, well, the biggest victory in quite some time for Havant and Waterlooville, definitely of the season in the league. Probably since Paul Doswell was in charge. McCarthy's going to take the free kick. Free kick to the Hawks. Jebb takes it to the back post, nodded down, almost fell to Phillips, who might be on a hat-trick. Cleared by Dover, up to the centre circle where Innocent does well to find a teammate out on the right wing. Can't find Seeger in the middle. Dover working around their defence until they clear it away. Up in front of us now, Charles Cook miskicks that off balance. It's a Hawks throw.
I think that might have gone in, that free kick, if Ben Morgan don't head it. He's ended up actually blocking it.
Yeah, I think Jebb hasn't scored for a while, and he's so good with the set pieces. It might be a good time to score today. Innocent for Havant and Waterlooville. Seeger in the middle of the park, players on his back. He's done well to keep the ball, and he plays it back in his own half out to the right wing where Stanley and Deacon combine. Looks like they might go back all the way back to Ross Warner here and Jewett White, but they build again from the back. Morgan's ball finds Innocent. That's an excellent ball. Innocent cross as well. Good technique, but too close to the keeper. Easy stuff from Billy Terrell.
Yeah, I've been impressed. Ben Morgan's done well today for Havant, and again, and so has Ryan Sager. He's held the ball up really well. He's a clever player, and if you give him the service, he'll score the goals.
Yeah, non-league clubs in the FA Cup at half-time. Maidstone were drawing with Barrow and Horsham were drawing at Sutton. I'll check in on those scores. Barnet were losing at Newport. Only 3 teams, non-league teams, playing today in the FA Cup. Alfreton should have played Walsall, but they had a frozen pitch. And of course, amongst the non-league teams playing tomorrow, Aldershot and Eastleigh, both at home. Aldershot have got Stockport, Eastleigh have got Reading. Eastleigh-Reading is live on BBC Radio. Solent, we've got a change for Havant and Waterlooville. A 9 for 10, so Seeger off for Mohamed Fall.
Yeah, he's done right well, as I just said. Ryan Seeger, he's been a key part of the attacks, and he linked the play well and scored a very good goal and got them off and running.
Now, Fall has been playing out wide. He's going to get the chance to play up front now with Seeger off. He's the top scorer this season. With 8, he was the top scorer last season with I think 22. I think his confidence, he hadn't scored for about 8 games, his confidence would do well with a goal here.
Yeah, he's a lad who plays with confidence, and he's a handful if he does, and he'll be disappointed so far this season, but coming on at 4-1 up, I'm sure he was itching to get back on the pitch. I think he's been away for a couple of weeks, hasn't he?
Yeah, I did see him a fortnight ago playing at Totton in the FA Trophy, where the Hawks were knocked out 2-1. Right, now the ref's making sure Dover's throw's taken in the right place. Nodded forward, Wilkinson. Jewett White got it away, McCarthy and HJW, can we call him that? Got it.
HJW.
I suppose W is HJ Watt or something. Harry Jewett White. It's good to see him get a 90 minutes. Well, at the moment he's getting one, Sean, because as we say, he's been underused here. Pompey probably wondering why he'd been underused.
Yeah, definitely. As I say, I had him, and I can't speak highly enough of him. He's a good footballer, and he's done well today. He's made mistakes, and he will do. He's a young lad learning the trade, but it's pleased to see him, be a key part of this so far, and hopefully, as I say, he gets a 90 under his belt.
McCarthy up and under towards Fowl. Can he get on the end of this one? Fowl. He's back to goal, but he's on the edge of there. He takes a low shot. Keeper has to dive to save it. Fowl did well to turn under the pressure from Peter Oyerman, but couldn't get his shot past Billy Terrell. But a good start for the substitute.
Yeah, he did well there, Mo, and he got a great strike away. Good save by the goalkeeper.
Elsewhere in National League South today, Aveley are 2-1 up on Farnborough. Chelmsford are winning 3-2 at Bath City despite having a man sent off. Taunton Town are 2-1 up at Eastbourne Borough. Hampton and Richmond 2-0 up on Hemel. Torquay lead Tunbridge 2-1. Truro 2 up against St Albans. Dover on an attack here, but cleared by the Havant defence. Also Weston 2, Welling 1 and Worthing 1, Chippenham 1. This is 4-1 to Havant and Waterlooville, but whatever the score here, nothing will change the fact the Hawks are bottom and Dover are second bottom. Not at the moment.
Yeah, stepping stones, and they've got to get as many points off as they can, and these games is a must win, and hopefully, as I say, they can see it out. It's 3 points towards, which is possibly a target of mid-40s. I don't know. It could be less, but when you're playing against teams around you, you've got to pick up points.
Portsmouth are going back on top of League One. It's the only game played today because they're out of the FA Cup. They are 3-0 up at Northampton. Paddy Lane with 2 goals after Sean Raggett gave them the lead. So Saints are still 2-0 up. Hawks are 4-1 up. Pompey are 3-0 up. Not often that we get a full house of victories, but that's what we're heading for at the moment on BBC Radio Solent today, with Bournemouth in action tomorrow in the Premier League and Eastleigh in action in the FA Cup as well. Cherries home to Aston Villa. Eastleigh are at home to Reading.
Yeah, they're controlling the game quite well now, haven't, and hopefully no more mistakes. They'll be disappointed only at the moment is the fact that
Morgan, a tremendous run to Jewett White in the penalty area. What are his options here? He dribbles, he takes a shot. Oh, and somehow, but it's gone out for a corner. Jewett White there, he wasn't sure whether to shoot or pass.
No, you're right. He got caught in 2 minds. That's what Harry can give you. He's played a little bit deeper in the first half. He's played a little bit more advanced role in the last 10 minutes. Made a fantastic run beyond their back 4. Gets in and he's possibly made the wrong choice. He should have squared it, I think, for Mo. But great to see, as I say. At least he's getting there and making them runs.
Corner to the Hawks. 4-1 up. Jeb, set-piece specialist, delivers the corner into the back post, headed down by the Hawks, headed wide of the target. I think McNerney got up there and couldn't direct it anywhere near goal, unfortunately, so it's a goal kick to Dover.
Yeah, great delivery again from Jack Jebb.
Dover, this is Wilkinson on the ball, plays an excellent ball to Charles Cook out on the right-hand side. Can he keep it in? He just about manages to. He's got support from Oyanuga. He's surely going to cross this into the area. McNerney gets it away only as far as Henry Young, who miscontrolled it. Shot comes in from the number 12, high over the bum. Was like a rugby conversion from Bailey Akehurst. Still 4-1 to Havant.
Yeah, that one's hit your car, Cliff.
It probably has. I think that's where I've parked. One thing was a nice touch here is that they've got the heaters in the home dugout, which, and of course they haven't put any in the away dugout as well. So that's definitely a creature comfort and a home advantage, isn't it?
Yeah, but Richard Pope still sat there in a big coat and a hat, and he's under the heater. I don't understand it.
Yeah, part of the management team today. Normally the kit man, the under-23 management team taking over, and at the moment looking like they're getting the points. But this is some good skills from George Wilkinson. He's dispossessed though. Hawks go long up towards Farl, can't get past the defender. Charlie Naylor got it away. Oyonega sweeps it out to the left hand side. That's not a very good pass, and Oyerman's got to go over there and rescue the situation. Hawks win the ball back. This is Farl, finds McCarthy. Can they get the Hawks moving? Down to the left hand side, finds Deacon on the right wing. Into the penalty area. Plays it to Phillips, who's on a hat-trick, who's just wide of the post with a low shot. It's taken a deflection on its way. It's a corner to Havant.
There's good opportunity again.
A good afternoon so far for the Hawks. 17 minutes to go. 4-1 up, and just turn the effects mic up so you can hear the Havant fans. Good to hear them.
It's been a while, I think.
Yeah, and they weren't too happy just in general with the, you can't blame them. It's a results-driven industry, but I don't think they've been that happy for most of this calendar year, whoever the manager was, and it's good to hear them in full voice. Cross to from the corner goes, it's over hit, but Jewett White's going to pick it up on the far side. He turns, he needs some support, he's got some support from Stanley. Good ball into the area. Well, curse of the commentator, it wasn't actually grabbed by the keeper, Tyrrell. He's a keeper on loan from Bournemouth. I guess he's led in 4 goals today. What have you made of what you've seen of him?
Yeah, difficult at first. He looks a good size. He kicks the ball well. I'm not sure he had much chance with. Maybe one he could have maybe done better with, but he hasn't had a great deal of protection. And again, it's a learning curve for these clubs. They send them out.
Dover are going to bring on Dembele in a moment, who Sean used to manage in his Gosport Borough days. Great bit of dribbling into the penalty area.
He's given a penalty.
Another penalty for Dover. It was Peter Oyerman who went on a tremendous run and was eventually knocked out of his stride. So it's going to be a chance to get the scoreline down for Dover with the award of the penalty.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. That didn't look too much contact, but again, the referee very quickly to point to the spot.
And got to say here, I disagreed with Sean and thought the first one was a penalty. I'm not too sure about this one, but the referee's right on the spot. A penalty for Dover, and it's going to be the same player, James Dunn, the captain, who's going to try to get the better of Ross Warner from the penalty spot. Dembele still hasn't come on. Penalty is down the middle this time. James Dunn has scored twice from the spot this afternoon, doubling his goals for the season. It is now Havant and Waterlooville 4, Dover Athletic 2.
Just over 15 minutes plus whatever they had on, and let's hope it's not going to be a nervy ending.
Nick Dembele's coming on for Roman Charles Cook. Charles Cook, I thought, had been a bit of a threat at times, worked tirelessly. Dembele coming on. What can you tell us about Nick Dembele, Sean Gale?
He's all heart, and he's a great lad, and he'll work his absolute socks off. Just at times the disappointment for me, he gets in some great positions and lacks a bit of quality, but he could cause a few. He's quick and he'll chase everything down. He's a good size, so he's they've obviously last throw of the dice really.
I'm pleased to report that the mist here is much has lifted a little bit. It's still here, but it's much easier to see, or a bit easier than it was earlier on, where we did worry when the referee went to speak to the assistant about the visibility. But 4-2 to the Hawks here live on BBC Radio Solent. Next Saturday I shall be on the FA Trophy with a Hampshire derby with Eastleigh and Aldershot. The biggest game that came out. We've still got Weymouth and Totton in that competition, but both were drawn away against not so glamorous opposition, so we've gone with a Hampshire derby next week, Eastleigh and Aldershot. McCarthy nods the ball towards Farl, who controls it on his chest. McCarthy takes it back off of him. What are they going to do here? Well, they put it out of play. I'm not too sure why Farl didn't try and do anything too direct there. He had Phillips alongside him as well. But Oyenuga's going to take the throw for Dover. Eastleigh tomorrow then. What realistic chance have they got against Reading? Richard Hill and his team from the National League against League One Reading?
You've always got a chance. You've seen enough upsets in the Cup. Cliff, but it'll be important they don't concede early.
Deacon out to the right hand side to Stanley in the penalty area now, crossing it in. It's headed away by Oyanuga but picked up by Jeb. Jeb's in the penalty area to McCarthy, edge of the box, flicked into the area to Deacon. 1-2 with McCarthy. This is good stuff, good footwork from McCarthy. Eventually Wilkinson takes the ball away from him. And now Morgan's taken out in the centre circle.
He could be a second yellow. He's the lad who got booked. Because that again is just an overzealous challenge really, and when you're on the yellow card you have to be careful there.
Dante Stewart, the play again in a talking to.
You go back to the FA Cup, Cliff. I think if you can stay in the game with FA Cup ties, obviously Eastleigh, if they can stay in the game, the longer they can stay in the game against Reading, you know, the better chance they have, and I think you probably get one shot at it normally.
I think it's his first yellow, Stewart. And free kick to the Hawks.
My mistake. I thought he was a lad who got booked down here for the late challenge.
So we are getting 12 minutes to go. 4-2. I always thought that we'd have some goals here. A big opportunity for both teams to try and get a rare win. Rory Deacon. McNerney played the free kick to him. Plays a foul. Does play the 1-2. Deacon, McNerney backing into his own half. Wilkinson puts some pressure on. He touches it out to Stanley. Plays a 1-2 with Jeb. Gets away down the right hand side. Then finds Phillips, edge of the area. He's in the penalty area on a hat trick. Pulls it back. Can't find foul. And it's the number 15 who gets it away, Charlie Naylor.
A good opportunity there. This is where they're dangerous, Dover.
Wilkinson, that's a great ball into the area. This is an opportunity for Dover to shoot. It's a save. Stewart's effort straight at Warner. A powerful one from Dante Stewart, but too close to Ross Warner in goal.
That's an important save. I think Havant just need to be. They're still, for me, too open. They're 4-2 up. They're just 10 minutes plus to see the game out, and they just need to be a bit more solid. And Jack McCarthy's still breaking his neck here, out wide, and trying to just sit in and just keep the ball.
I've got to ask you this question, Sean, with the manager saying that people to contact him if they are interested in the job. Do you know people that are going to contact him? Might you be tempted yourself?
It's a real difficult one for me. I'd always be tempted with Havant because, as I said, I had 20 fantastic years here, and probably, the time with Lee Bradbury when we had back-to-back promotions. Fantastic times and most successful times. So, maybe, but I think, Derek's going to sit on it for a while and see what comes out of the next few games, really.
Yeah, it might not be immediate, might be around the festive games or even the new year. Crossed into the area from Dover Athletic, who are keeping the pressure on. Nice passing football for them at the moment. Dunn plays it out, a long range shot comes in and is palmed wide by Warner. That was about almost a 30-yard shot, and it needed a save. So it's a corner. Now I actually believe this is Dover's first corner of the afternoon, and Bailey Akehurst, who had the shot, goes to take the corner.
Yeah, they need to see the next few minutes out. They don't want it to become a nail-biting finish, really.
No, Stewart looked good in that move as well. Akehurst corner to the back post. The keeper turns it behind. Has it gone out though? He got a finger to it. The shot comes in. It's blocked by McNerney to the edge of the area to Wilkinson. Crosses it to the back post. The player's unmarked, but it's too strong and it's offside as well.
Yeah, well defended again. They've had to defend well today, and they defended well there.
9 minutes to go. Yeah, it looks very much. Well, I'm not going to tempt fate because it's 4-2. It's not 4-1, but it's at least it's been entertainment for the fans. They haven't scored 4 goals. The last time they got 4 goals was the only league game they've won this season against Yeovil 4-3 when Jamie Collins was the manager. So at least the fans have seen some heart, some fight, some entertainment as well.
Yeah, if you ask fans, that's what they want. They want to see teams they want to see people work hard. They want to see people wear that shirt with pride, and that's all they're asking.
Hawks have given the ball away. Stewart is looking dangerous the last few minutes. Out to the right-hand side to Young. Stewart, will he take a shot? He's passed it off to Wilkinson. Hawks snap at his heels and get it away. Dunn didn't try a long-range shot. He would have been on a hat-trick, but it was too far out for him. Akehurst plays it out. Cross comes in from the left-hand side, and it's nodded wide for a goal kick, and that was a really good chance.
Yeah, it's a good ball in, and the lad who I'm not sure was it the 14 who went. Wilkinson, he'll be disappointed. He hasn't, hasn't got a better contact onto it.
That's a really good chance. A double change for the Hawks coming up now with Bulsari and Zuma going to enter the field of play.
Yeah, Billy Bulsari will give him something different. He's got good pace. He can travel the ball, and hopefully he can get him up the pitch. And I think just Zuma's probably just to see the game out and freshen it up.
Jack Jebb. So it is Zuma for Jebb and Bulsari for Phillips. So no hat-trick for Phillips, who scored twice this afternoon. But Bulsari and Zuma coming on. I wonder who'll take the set pieces now Jebb is off. Was Bulsari with you at Gosport?
Yeah, he's with Adam at Gosport. Yeah, he's a good player, young lad, quick, talented kid, and to be fair, he scored quite a few important goals this season.
Let's see how many of the sort of players that played for you and Lee Bradbury are sort of managers now. You've got Brian Dutton and you've got Matt Tubbs. I'm sure there are more examples as well. Is that nice to see, or does that make you feel old?
It makes you feel old. They're good lads. Brian Dutton's a great lad. There's quite a few out there, and it's good to see him doing well.
Dutton managing Salisbury, top of the table. Tubbs managing Poole Town, that's in the Southern League.
Yeah, Tubbs has gone into Poole. They're doing, it'll take his time to get his stamp on the game, with them. But they've had some decent results lately.
6 minutes to go. Havant and Waterlooville 4-2 up, attacking down the right-hand side with Billy Bulsari. First touches of the ball for the substitute, but can't get past Charlie Naylor. Dover now on an attack of their own, which is broken up by a sliding tackle. Well timed, but they get the ball back, and James Dunn to Stewart, who since he switched to the right-hand side, since Charles Cook went off, has been very, very lively. I hadn't really noticed him in the game. He started the game. He's only really caught the attention lately. Cross comes into the back post. No one is there for Dover. Havant clear it to the edge of the area where they win a free kick. 5 minutes to go for Havant and Waterlooville, who lead Dover 4-2.
It looks like Zuma's just gone into midfield just to bring his physical presence on, and obviously Billy's gone up top with Mo. We've got pace up there. Use the pace and get them in behind.
So Southampton still 2-0 up on Cardiff. They got 2 early goals from Adam Armstrong. They're currently winning with a clean sheet as well. Portsmouth 3-0 up at Northampton. Paddy Lane has scored twice here. It's 4-2 to Havant and Waterlooville. So at the moment, well, I think it's probably about 50-1 on now. We're going to get three teams out of 3 winning. Hopefully nobody throws it away. It's a Havant and Waterlooville throw. I'm just checking in on the league below this one. The Southern Premier. Tottenham are losing 2-1 at home to Chesham. Sholing have come from behind to lead 2-1 at Basingstoke. Paul Doswell's made a very good start there. Salisbury are 2-1 down at Merthyr. And Poole and Winchester has been abandoned. I wonder what that was about. I'm going to have to check in on that one.
Probably the fog.
Yeah, well, maybe we got lucky here.
It's cleared now.
It has cleared. Right. A poor clearance from Morgan might give Dover a late chance. They're attacking down the left-hand side. The flag stays down. There's an opportunity now for Sutherland, whose cross is superbly blocked and has gone behind for a corner to Dover.
I'm not sure about you, but I thought the lad was offside. He looked offside there, but the linesman never put his flag up.
Did look like it from me, I do agree with you, Sean, but it is a corner to Dover. A goal back here would increase the pressure no end. To the near post, headed away brilliantly by McCarthy. Edge of the area, Foul makes a foul. It's going to be a set piece to Dover in a dangerous position for the foul on Dunn.
Mo in a dangerous area.
Okay, let's check in on Poole and Winchester. Why have we got an abandoned game? The floodlights failed. Now, Poole haven't played a home game for a couple of months because they've had a load of postponements with the weather, because they've got a bit of a pitch that gets very wet. They've finally got a game on. Floodlights fail. They are going to be
and they forgot to put 50p in the meter. They've not been there recently. That's a shame. That's such a pain. All the effort that goes into getting a game on.
3 minutes to go. Dover 4-2 behind, have a free kick in a very dangerous position. Defending to do for the Hawks. Everyone up for Dover. It's taken a shot and it's gone straight at Ross Warner. Maybe not the best option to have a shot at the end of the day, but Warner gathers the ball that was straight at him from the free kick.
That's when you want an experienced goalkeeper in your goal. Because, he made it look easy. It was a difficult pick-up, to be fair.
Yeah, no. Nice message coming in from Kevin Ricketts. He's enjoying the commentary today. I won't give us a big head by reading it all out, but good afternoon, Kevin. Nice to hear from you. Look forward to seeing you again here soon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Kev. Hope you're well, and see you soon. Hawks got to defend another corner.
It is, Dover Athletic not letting up. One goal. We never know how much added time there's going to be these days. One goal and then 10 minutes of added time would change everything. Corner comes in from the right-hand side to the near post. Warner's got it away somehow. Unorthodox clearance from the goalkeeper. Still with Dover. Jewett White's going to try his best to try and stop the number 12. He does. It's a corner from Bailey Akehurst run. And Dover, who went nearly 80 minutes, I think, without winning a corner, have now got about four in the last 4 to 5 minutes. But
credit to them, they've kept going, Dover. They have kept going.
Good delivery to the back post, maybe overhit. Ball's not been cleared yet. Finally, haven't get it away. Up towards Farn in the centre circle. Controls it on his chest and tries to find the player wide on the right, but it was intercepted by Wilkinson.
So we Havant need to keep the ball better. Mo trying to play the worldly ball and just a simple pass, keep the ball and keep control of the game. You can understand it. They haven't been in this position for a long time.
Getting closer. I'm going to try and dig out the stats now as we get closer, because there've been some appalling stats from Havant and Waterlooville. They're all going to end now, but 8 straight losses is one of them. No league victory since since August is another. And the 2 wins that Collins had as manager, both came, one came on a Wednesday, one came on a Monday, so they haven't won on a Saturday since February. Unbelievable stuff. From the last 108 points available, they've only got 16 under Doswell, Collins and King. 16 points out of 108, but they're going to get 3 today unless Dover do something special in the time. It is now 6 added minutes. Dover have got 6 minutes to try and score twice, otherwise it's a much needed Hawks victory. They've still got the ball in the area. They take a shot. It's gone in. It's a terrific goal from Wilkinson. A goal which will give us a grandstand finish. 6 added minutes, and in the first of those it's a terrific strike from George Wilkinson, who's seen Warner off his line and managed to beat him. It's Havant and Waterlooville 4, Dover Athletic 3.
To be fair, surprisingly, I think Ross is just off his line. It's just dipped to the last minute. I didn't think it was going in. And now we have got that finish that we didn't want.
Well, 4-3 was the score the last time they won. I wonder if by reading all those stats, maybe I've cursed it a little bit. You never know. You felt they were home and dry. Now anything can happen. Anything can happen. 7-goal thriller. Are we going to have more goals in the added time we've got? Not a dull afternoon.
No, I said there'd be more goals, and I thought there would be. I think one of the things that Havant need to very much to do is to be harder to beat, and their goals are given us soft.
With a long attack, I think it's out of play, and it is a throw to Dover. McCarthy got the last touch. I don't know if the next player knew that. He might have let that go out of play, thinking it was a Hawks throw, but it's a Dover throw. Hawks win it back, and then that's got to be a foul. Keeps on going, does Balsari, and it's a free kick right on the edge of the area. A chance for Havant to maybe calm things down, take their time to take this, and maybe even have a shot as well. Well, that's some time waste. Well, why would you time waste if you're 4-3 down? Dover player kicked the ball away, and surprised he didn't get a yellow there. Why are you kicking the ball away when you need to get back in the game?
To be fair, he kicked it quite close to Rory Deacon, who made no effort to get it. Fair play. Experience, that's called clear. He just let it run past him.
Akehurst then, looking like he's time wasting, but Deacon maybe knew what he was doing.
This is a dilemma. Do you shoot? Do you keep the ball? 4 minutes to go. Where would you do, Cliff?
I always try and entertain, but I first wonder I'd be sacked as a manager, Sean.
Rory's kept it, elected to keep it, and Billy's done well with it, to be fair there.
Yeah. Deacon, that's a handball. I don't think the officials spotted that one. Up towards halfway, where Morgan wins the header and is fouled. So Havant get a free kick. Let's take a look. It's Tottenham have equalised late on against Chesham through Leon Maloney. And it's 2-2 here. Let's have a look at the... So we're in the third of the 6 added minutes. Morgan plays it up to the left wing to McCarthy. He'll love to try and get a throw or a corner here. That's what he's trying to do. Brought down in the corner flag area, the corner quadrant. Balsari gets the ball into the area. They've got the ball. Dover put it out for a corner. Good work from McCarthy and Balsari there. They've got a corner out of it.
Yeah, just need to see this game out, and that's good play from Jake McCarthy. Experience, runs it in the corner, and Billy backed him up and kept it in there.
And they're going to take it short in the corner there. Into the area. Well, it's a chance for Dover to get it back. They didn't do what they looked like they were doing, and now could they be punished? The keeper throws it. The defender's steaming forward is Oyerman. He's got players in front of him, but it's blocked by McNerney, and McNerney's been out of favour lately. He's had a good solid game today, and now Hawks get it back on the attack through the middle. It's just a little bit too long for File to race onto, for Balsari.
There's an opportunity there to keep the ball, and now they've got to defend again.
Wow, what a game this has been. Both teams going for it, as you might expect. Oyenuga for Dover, towards Wilkinson in the area. Morgan wins the header, much needed. McCarthy heads it on towards Balsari, who's shortly shoved down. The ref let him play go on. It looked like a foul to me, but done, not punished. Now Dover go long, controlling it in the area. Brilliant defending from Kai Innocent to get the ball away in added time with a tackle in the penalty area. The ball's back up down on the left wing. Innocent's got to try and stop another attack. Wilkinson, nice ball in, shooting chance. The shot is blocked. Warner dives and gathers the ball from Henry Young's shot from outside the box, and maybe that's the last chance for Dover.
Yeah, took a wicked deflection. Good hands again from Ross.
We're hearing Dorchester's been abandoned due to fog, and Pool's been abandoned due to the floodlights going. Glad we got a game here, because at one point we thought it might have been abandoned. It's probably only 2-1 then, and it's finishing 4-3, unless someone else has got ideas. But I think we're in the last of the 6 added minutes. Foul for Havant and Waterlooville. Flicks it out towards Balsari. Down the left wing he goes, past Oyenuga. What's he going to do? Knocks out of his stride. It is a goal kick, I think he's given, rather than the foul. Or is it the foul?
He's given a foul, I think.
The free kick given for the Hawks. Well, that you would think is that. In the Wessex League, Sherborne have beaten Fareham 2-0. At half-time, all the top teams were winning. Portchester, Moneyfields, Shaftesbury, Stoneham, they were all up at the break. An exciting title race in that division.
Hawks players wasting time putting the flag back in.
The corner
broke the corner flag. That's back in.
Yeah.
Good from Billy there. Billy done well. He's gone down the wing and just bought the foul and wasted a few more valuable seconds. And we're, as I say, we're just literally 6 minutes now. Can't see it to be much longer.
We are now in the 7th added minute. There was a minimum of 6. The final whistle sounds at Wesley Park. Havant and Waterlooville have a victory. They haven't been able to say that too often lately. 4-3 over Dover, a 7-goal thriller for Havant and Waterlooville. Their first victory in the league since August. Just what the doctor ordered Sean Gale for the Hawks.
Yeah, it's a great win, and fair play to everyone at the club. You know, yesterday afternoon they sacked the manager and they put the guys from the 23s in charge, and they've rallied the lads and they've got the result. And I thought they shaded it. I thought Havant deserved it. A bit disappointing with some of their defending, but that's something to work on. And 3 points on the board and onwards and upwards for them.